If you've just spent $1,000 or more on the iPhone X, the last thing you want to do is scratch it or drop it. So we're doing it for you. We're putting the iPhone X through some durability tests to see how well it holds up. I have a set of keys here for our scratch test, which are probably going to be your biggest offenders, whether in a pocket or in a purse. And this is an iPhone X in space gray. I also have a silver iPhone X just to see which one is most noticeable. I'm starting with a space gray, and I'm gonna go in right under the iPhone sign. And I'm really gonna go really strong on this. All right. I'm putting a lot of pressure on these phones right now. Honestly, I can't see any scratches on the back. It survived the keys, so now we're gonna see if they survive the sandpaper if you happen to have it on a rough surface. Starting again with the space gray iPhone. So that made some damage on both phones, and as expected, it is more noticeable on the space gray. I'm gonna go ahead and retire the silver one for now and focus on what you actually wanna keep safe, which is the screen. I'm going in with the same key with not too much pressure on the top left-hand corner next to the notch. And it didn't make much damage. And let's try the sandpaper now. Oh yeah, you can definitely see the damage. I didn't even press that hard on the sandpaper. Now let's take it outside to do our drop test. The sidewalk is where most phones come to meet their doom, probably from about pocket height, so that's exactly what we're doing now. Starting off, screen side up. It landed screen side down, but it actually hit the back of the phone first, so I can already see the first crack on the back of the phone. Look at that. There's a fracture on the corner of that glass back. Let's turn it around. It looks like the screen is okay. The screen survived, but again, it hit the back first and it cracked at the first drop. And there's another fracture up here. It's tiny, so I hadn't noticed it at first, but there's a tiny fracture on the other corner and already a scuff on that stainless steel frame. Wow. So we already did some damage on the back of the phone. Now I'm gonna try to have it land screen side down.
2, 1.
So I can already see that the back of the phone is cracked even more. There are spider webs all over going through the entire back of the phone. That wasn't there before. So we did some damage on the back and it did land on the front. So let's turn it over. I'm scared to look. Oh yeah. Definitely a lot of damage, mainly on the bottom of the phone, and I have the feeling this is where it hit first. You can see over here, this was probably the first point of impact. It's a pretty deep blow. There's actually a little bit of glass coming out as I'm touching it right now. And then there's another bump over here and just some fractures all along the bottom of the phone. I hadn't seen that at the beginning, but as I'm playing with the phone, you can notice another fracture right here running across the screen up here. It's kind of going nuts right now. There's one more fracture and I'm going to turn it off because I think I can see it better when it's dark. Yep, there you go. Well, that's a wrap.
The iPhone X can probably handle your everyday wear and tear, but dropping it without a case is out of the question. We learned it only takes one bad drop to break the glass on this phone. Now, is it more fragile than past iPhones? That's tough to say because none of our tests are scientific, but the higher price will make dropping this one hurt a lot more.